I hit go live. Welcome, Kumas. You're back with Kuma. Yeah, that didn't take long. We're back with Phoenix Wright. Wouldn't be one of our streams if we didn't have one of those little mishaps at the very least somewhere in the stream. It seems that for this one, it started right in the beginning. What can you do? What can you do? Let's just jump straight into it. Phoenix Wright, we started at 10:41. Yes. Oh, that music. That music. That music. Oh, okay, that takes me back. Hopefully I recovered from Automata's end. I had interesting dreams, but that's the topic that we'll put in the near Discord thread. But for now, we're here. We're here. We're in Phoenix Wright land. We've got to get back into the trial. We've got to get back into day 1 with the witness that was full of crap. We've got to get back into day 2 with the witness that might actually be the murderer. We're now in day 3 with the investigation and the day 3 of the trial. So now we're in it. Now we're in it. Now we're in it. Now we're in it. Yeah. Hey, Nick, you did it. Wait, I might actually have to put the game sound down just a little bit. There we go. Yeah. Well, at least we got out of that guilty verdict. And what about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out. Sure, once I shifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our case weren't so down to the wire all the time. Yeah, I know what you mean. And all you guys catching up, no worries, no worries. The replays will be on YouTube. Yeah, sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients. Okay, Edgeworth. Why is it that Edgeworth never tells us exactly what happened? He couldn't tell us that the guy tried to shoot him but didn't shoot him and went into the water. None of that, no. No, none of that. He gives us nothing. We gotta work it all out. Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth? Did you say something? You don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You could try to smile just a little. Relax. Oh boy. I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet. What do you mean? Right. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now. And I don't know whether or not to tell you. Did I not just make remarks about him not telling us stuff? Obviously tell me, for the love of God. Edgeworth? No, there's so little time left. I want to tell you to get it off my chest, but I can't make up my mind. What's this about, Edgeworth? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of a murder. Who plays the to be continued? What? Why you do this? What? That would have been such a good cliffhanger last week. Well, too bad. It's the cliffhanger for the first 5 minutes of this stream. That's all you get now, Edgy. I'm calling you Edgy from now on. Because you're so edgy. Edgy all the time. Sasuke-kun. So edgy! Always! He's never not edgy. Well, at least we didn't start with this music. This music would have just been like, why is everyone so depressed? Ooh. Don't hop over to Twitch yet. Oh boy. Yeah, what was Mr. Edgeworth talking about? A memory of a crime that I committed. A memory of murder. Oh my god, not only is he edgy, but he's cryptic, and he doesn't tell us anything, even though we're defending him on a trial. You know, information to help us figure out what exactly happened, you know, is quite welcome, but no. He doesn't give us anything. We have the worst clients in the world. Yeah, do you really think Mr. Edgeworth killed? I don't believe it, not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently. But he'd never take someone's life. Never. Yeah. Yo, how's everyone doing? Oh. This guy has his own theme. What'd you think of my performance today? I had him swooning in the aisles, huh? Maya? Yeah, swooning? Me? Oh yes, I do remember feeling faint. Right on, tell me the truth. It was like love at first sight, right? Right, Nick? Huh? Me? Well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two. I think you can do better than that. Come on, I saved Edgeworth in there, dude. Edgy. You guys should be bowing before me. Yeah, bow your hero. I am a lawyer. No, not the parakeet. This. Whoa. I was hot out there, hot. I'm glad someone's happy about how this case is going. He seems too happy to care about anything I show him. When idiots grow their soundtrack. Oh god. Today's trial. Larry, you really helped out in the trial today. Yeah, you did. If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty. But seriously, Nick, that boat shop caretaker guy is pretty suspicious. But Edgy ain't off the hook yet. Way to spoil the mood, Larry. Hey, I'm just a guy sitting in the audience, you know. But from where I was sitting, Edgy seemed pretty edgy. When doesn't Edgeworth seem edgy? Like, Edge is even in his name. I mean, can you really know what his... I mean, can you really know he's telling the truth about that night? Well, considering he hasn't told us much. Nick? I don't know. But what I do know is I'm going to believe in you two until the end. Us two? Yeah, Edgeworth and who else? You mean me, right? Nah, he means me, right, Nick? Yeah, you, Larry. Yeah, not me. But why you, Larry? Huh? Actually, yeah. Why me, Nick? Because they told us story? Wait. By the way, a lot of characters and sprites repeat because the game originally came on Game Boy Advance and the space was limited. Yeah, pretty much. Enough with the silent treatment. Well, obviously it's because Larry and Edgeworth are the guys that gave a little bit of the story. Maya's just a medium for her sister, which she can't contact recently. Damn. Nick! Why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true. But when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think? You didn't know him back then. Back when he wanted to become a defense attorney. Yeah, wait. Was that when you two were classmates? Medium in training. Okay, I stand corrected. Oh, new music. Yes, in grade school. They saved me. Miles and Larry. They saved me and I'll never forget it. Wait, Larry? Larry, our Larry. I am shocked. That's when I became a defense attorney, you know. Yeah, what? Hey, Larry, what's he talking about? Huh? Sorry, I kind of forgot. This is awkward. Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm going to hear this story today and that's final. Okay. It's kind of a long story, so hang in there. Get some popcorn. It was the very end of the 3rd grade. I was on trial. A class trial. In this community, that could only mean one thing. Oh, wow. So Phoenix survived Danganronpa. That is impressive. Yeah, a class trial? The class trial. I love this. I love this. I love this. You remember, Larry, spring, end of 3rd grade. The girl ended getting stabbed in her bedroom. This is amazing. A kid in our class got his lunch money stolen. Yeah, lunch money? Our school was very small. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money from every month. Sorry, I'm still laughing about the class trial part. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home. Huh, I see. Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared, with $38 still inside. So they would bring a month in advance. Why not bring like once a week or something? Oh yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember that. I can see why you'd forget it though. You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with a cold, so I skipped PE that day. I was the only one not in class. Yeah, so they thought you did it? Yeah, the kids in class said I should be put on trial. Yeah, trial? So the next day we held a classroom trial with me as the defendant. What? You know what gets me? The teacher's freaking allowing this. You have 2 judges, and you've got the teacher freaking allowing this. This is just, oh my god. I didn't do it. Guilty. You did it. Guilty. It was you. Thief. Give the money back. You're such a meanie. No one play with him. Just admit it, you did it. You can't hide the truth. Tell us the truth. They're not gonna play with you anymore. Yeah, and no borrowing my razor. You shouldn't be allowed to in the relay race or the library. Give me back my 50 cents I loaned you. Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right. And even the teacher, without any proof. Japan is fucked. In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it. Go over and apologize, Phoenix. I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize. I went to where the boy whose money had been stolen was sitting. That's when it happened. You shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in a trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed. Amateurs! Miles? Oh my god. It wasn't you who stole the money, was it? No. Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That is why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent. But Miles, It was your money that was stolen. Yeah, he did it. He's the one. We don't need proof. Make him say he's sorry. Why don't you all just shut up? What the hell? And why is he wearing... Oh, God damn it. This is always how it is. Everyone ganging up and picking on one person. Just think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. Very well. I will replace the money myself. This class trial is over. I bet you the teacher stole it. She stole it to fund her cocaine addiction. Oh, no, you fools. Don't you understand you'll all be executed if you keep doing this? Oh my god. Oh my god. This is just insane. That's how it happened. After that, the three of us were the best of friends. Wow, I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone without a friend in the world. Yeah, you did a good thing, Larry. Yeah, well... I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. If I'd been there, they would have thought I'd done it. So I took it kind of personally, see? If something smells, it's usually the butts. Realistic in a way with how incompetent teachers are these days. Not all of them, but a good majority no longer give a heck. I think a lot of teachers had a lot of spirit when they started out, but the system and how it's structured and the kids constantly, you know, poking at them eventually breaks their spirit. So they've gone in with the best of intentions, but after a while they turn into Mrs. Krabappel. So it turns out something like this actually happened to the lead designer, Shu Takumi, except no one spoke up for him. So this is where the 38 went to that, or vodka. He told this story during development expecting the others to laugh it off. They sympathized instead and worked it into the game. That's actually pretty cool. So that was the inspiration. Yeah, I hate it when people gang up on one person too, but humans have such a gang-pack mentality. It's quite shitty. For a supposedly civilized people, we act a lot like... I don't want to insult animals, but... animals. Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after that class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remembered his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. I'm going to become a defense attorney, just like my father. But instead he turned over to the dark side and became a prosecutor. A famous defense attorney. Then, a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school. Yeah, the Dl6 incident. Right, I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death. Yeah, that's so sad. It was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like, "Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney. Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimony, covering up facts." The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. But why? What happened? I mean, that's not the Edgy I used to know at all. That's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him. I didn't know how many times. He never replied. Yeah, I guess he didn't want to see his old friends. I couldn't just drop it though. I wanted to meet him, to learn why he had become who he became. That's when I decided. Yeah? Wait, you don't mean... That's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth? If I was a defense attorney, I knew we'd have to meet whether he wanted to or not. My god, that is some next level scheming, Phoenix. Dedicating the next few years of your studies and career just so you can meet with someone. I don't know whether I should applaud your perseverance or recommend to the court that one of those court orders to keep away from Edgeworth be put in place. If humans were civilized, death threats over not liking something wouldn't exist. People just love to jump on hate bandwagons without thinking themselves. Basically. Is he Naruto? Maybe. That's not his major? But he's a defense attorney. Wouldn't he have to do an entire degree in law? In court. Edgeworth believed in me and I believed in him. He is in pain and no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him. I don't know, taken out of context, what Phoenix is saying is pretty creepy. Whoa, Nick. So is that why you helped me out for free? Yes. I helped you because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying I do it for free. Oh, fuck. Oh, Nick. 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 We have to save Mr. Edgeworth. It's the last thing we do, okay? Right. It very well may be. First, there's the rental boat shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is. I'd settle for who. I guess I can clean out some of this evidence I no longer need. Okay, let's go. What evidence did you clear out? You didn't clear out anything. Oh, did he? What did he clear out? He cleared out something. Oh no, no, he didn't clear out the photos. Okay, so one of the photos is gone. That's basically it. One of the photos is gone. Like one of the photos. That's it. Can I present to him my badge? Whoa, I was hot out there. Okay, same thing as before. Well, in the US, you need to graduate university before you can go into law school. I don't know how it works in Japan. Could be like that. In Australia, you can start studying your law degree, but in order to become like a lawyer, you still have to sit through, I think they call it the bar or the law something. And then after you pass that, then you become a lawyer. But if you want to become something like, say, a barrister, you have to sit one of these tests too, but it's on a much higher level. And you have to have a certain amount of experience. And then, you know, if you want to become a judge, well, that's, you know, something else entirely. You need to be recommended. Okay. Let's go. Detention center. YouTube censoring the word liquor? Yeah, that doesn't go with our Russian persona. Gotta put in the work to get to that point. I sincerely hope that the people that are barristers and judges did have to put in the work. Otherwise, the system would be more broken than it is. I would at the very least like the judges to have to put in significant amounts of work. Please, for the love of God, make it a very difficult thing to become. You look as grim as always. Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth, I heard the story about the class trial. Class trial? What do you mean? Man, this is just gonna become a screenshot. Like, I'm not even making this up. He's talking about a class trial here. Well, in judgment, talk about becoming a lawyer without finishing college. Ugh. You don't remember? No, I don't. Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it? In 3rd grade? Lunch money? Oh, right. Yes, I seem to remember something like that. YouTube is banning liquor because it drank yours. YouTube's saying no more. Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers. Well, it probably only really mattered to me anyway. Mr. Edgeworth, didn't you know? That trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney? Ridiculous. Gee, thanks, asshole. That said, it does sound like the kind of thing you'd do. You haven't changed a bit, have you, Wright? It's so simple. To a fault, even. Is he insulting us or praising us? Well, maybe yeah, but I think you changed too much, Edgeworth. Perhaps. Why prosecute? Hey, Edgeworth, why did you become a prosecutor anyway? When your crush forgets your whole reason for being. Oh my god. So this is what it feels like. Oh no, it can't be the new child policies because this video is not safe for kids. I manually put that in there. Not safe for anyone under 13. You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right? I couldn't let myself deny reality like you. What do you mean? My father was taken from me, and you want me to defend criminals? Ah, there we go. I'm sorry, right? But I'm not that good of a person. Counter-argument? You occasionally convict people who are not criminals. I mean, Yeah, one suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right? Yes, the man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yogi. He had to be the shooter, any way you look at it. Yet, he was found innocent. That defense attorney got him off the hook. That would be Robert Hammond, the one sleeping with the fishes. On that day, 15 years ago, the three of us were trapped in the elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we all suffered oxygen deprivation. I had lost all memory of the murder. Lost your memory? Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's argument in court. He claimed Yanni Yogi had been not of sound mind due to oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to a lack of evidence, innocent. But wouldn't the defense of he was not of sound mind when he committed the crime not be an innocent verdict, but rather a guilty verdict with a pretty much he's guilty, but he shouldn't be punished because. Very similar to an insanity plea, right? Like, you can't be like, oh, you murdered someone, but you were deprived of oxygen, so therefore you're innocent for the murder. It's like, hang on, no, you're still guilty for the murder, but we're not convicting you for the murder. Like, get what I mean? The logic? Because the difference between a verdict and a conviction is like, you know what I mean? There's a difference. That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys. Lol, still guilty. Yeah, I get that. No, instantly means innocent. Most likely someone with it would be committed. They're not going free. They're just not legally guilty. Lighter sentence? You mean like that happened? I guess I'll find out. What's your relationship with Von Karma? I think we discussed that last time, meaning between manslaughter and murder. I think we might have. He's my teacher and a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him. Yeah, so he's like my sister was to you, Nick. He is a perfectionist in all things. In court, in his personal life, he is obsessed with doing everything perfectly. He sounds obsessive. Yeah, perfectly, huh? In all the cases he has taken on, none were left unsolved. And not one suspect was declared innocent, ever. But that's... I know. It's possible some of the suspects were innocent indeed. However, it is impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All von Kuma does is his job, to find a suspect guilty, perfectly. In any case, it's nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away. Edgeworth? If what you're saying is true, you're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow. Yeah, he's right. Now's not the time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth. It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I'll admit. No kidding. I wonder how many of those were innocent. Could you imagine if it was something like 95%? Wouldn't frickin' surprise me. Because the toughest cases typically are the ones where there's a lack of evidence. And we know that von Kuma is fine fabricating it. So there's a good chance he was given a lot of cases where the people were actually innocent. And he just fabricated it to make them guilty. Perfectly. Von Kuma's perfection is make every lawyer shut up if they speak for a few words, as we saw. The mentality is, this way every suspect who's guilty goes to jail. Man, that's a very barbaric logic. Gold Lake, Criminal Affairs Department, Grossberg. Alright, let's go to the shack. I don't think we'll find anything though. Hey pal, long time no see. Yeah, Detective Gumshoe. Close one today, eh? He's Canadian? I got so worked up, I snapped my tie in half. Sorry about that. No problem, pal. Thanks to you, we know who really did it. You mean the boat shop caretaker? Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody by trial time tomorrow. Come what may. It's my duty to you as a police officer. Now I'm off to catch me a criminal. Detective Gumshoe sure is active today. Oh, one other thing. Ah! No one can go into the woods today. Yeah, in the woods? Where Lota was camping? The woods are off limits to camping, and apparently the park ranger found out. He got pretty mad, no one can go in for a while. Yeah, I guess Lota's in a lot of trouble. Anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Lota's in a lot of trouble, hell yeah. December 27, Gold Lake. No? The steel eyesore is missing. Yeah, eyesore. Looks like the hot dog stand is closed too. I guess Larry's too busy worrying about Mr. Edgeworth to show up to work. I'm okay with that. Yeah, the old caretaker got away. Yep. I never imagined he might be the real murderer. Ahem. I'd know that clearing off the throat anywhere. Oh god, this guy. Seriously, where is this going now? Guilt will be on the person's conscience for life. I know that from Edgar Allan Poe's story. Only if they're capable of feeling guilt, pretty much. Some people are actually incapable of empathy, so guilt doesn't exist for them. And unfortunately, I seem to somehow encounter a few of those people. They're so up their own arse, they can't even consider the possibility that something else is the truth, other than what they come up with. It's like People are fucked. Ah, hello. What might you be doing here? Out for a walk, hmm? The days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see. The fuck? Yeah, Mr. Grossberg? This is no time for idle reminiscing. Mr. Edgeworth trial ends tomorrow. That is true, yes. But from what I saw of today's trial, Edgeworth should be fine, right? VL, I'm not so sure about that. Okay, so I love this. No one here will represent Miles Edgeworth because they're a bunch of cowards. But then, they're just sitting in the trial watching. That is cowardice. Could be Dudley all grown up. Oh my god. So, when you see it, you can't unsee it. It's Dudley, man. The private school blazer. Oh, what do you mean by that? Well, I'm not sure. Hmm? If you find anything out, come by my office at once. I may be able to offer you some assistance. Thanks, bye. Yeah, what do you think Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyway? Who knows? So what, now he's offering assistance? In the late game? Asshole. Let's break into the shack. Nobody's home. Hello? Hello? Squawk! Yay, it's it's Polly. I wonder where your owner's gone, Polly. Hello? Hello? Squawk! I can't believe he'd run off and leave his poor parrot to fend for himself. Hello? Hello? Squawk! Alright. Let's rob his shit. Yeah, that reminds me, Nick. Wait, why am I doing Russian? I mean, yeah, that reminds me, Nick. Oh my god. Bloody Doki Doki is coming back. We gotta pull out the voices. We gotta pull them out. Yeah, that reminds me, Nick. Polly here knows the number to the safe, right? Yeah, that's right. Polly, what's the number to the safe? 1228. Yeah, let's open it, Nick. I'm sure there isn't any money in there. Aw. But hey, he keeps it locked, right? So there must be something of value in there. I'm not so sure. Okay, Nick, let's see what's in there. I guess there might be a clue or two. The only thing in here is a letter. Yeah, letter? Ah, boring. There's no name or signature on this thing. It's handwritten in very precise, clear letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Yeah, Edgeworth? Wait, what? Edgeworth? Nick, why would Mr. Edgeworth's name be on here? How should I know? I'm going to read the whole thing. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says this is your last chance. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. The rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail. How to kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth. Pulling Edgeworth out of the lake, getting on the boat, firing twice. This is exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here, in perfect detail. Wait, so this is a very, very good piece of evidence. Question is, can they get fingerprints off it? I don't know, but it looks like these are instructions for the caretaker. When he killed Robert Hammond and called out Edgeworth, he was following instructions. Yeah, who could have written that letter? And what does it mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth? Look, I don't know, okay? But one thing's for certain. This letter is an amazing clue. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Letter from the safe added. You know what would be next level? If Edgeworth was the one that gave this letter to the caretaker, so the caretaker can commit murder and frame Edgeworth, so Edgeworth can actually get away with murder without having to commit the murder, even though he orchestrated the whole thing. Like, that would be next level. But I don't know. I think that's too fucking crazy. Maybe I should take care of Polly, Nick. You probably shouldn't just kidnap her. The police know about her anyway. I'm sure they'll do something. Yeah, well, okay. Sorry, Polly. He says I can't take you. Great, now the bird's going to hit. Ah! What's wrong? Huh, oh, never mind. What? Tell me. Just when I saw the TV, I remembered. They're showing a Pink Princess special this week. Oh. See, that's why I didn't want to tell you. I was looking at the garbage, not the TV, but okay. I think we have what we need. He wouldn't incriminate himself like that. Ah, but think about it this way. He wouldn't incriminate himself. That's what a normal person would think. But who else would have motive to want to kill the defense attorney of the guy that got the guy off that murdered your dad off the hook? Think about it. That's some next level shit. That would be next level and a half. Why can't I go to Grossberg? One day left, Nick. Yeah, I know. Well, no time to waste. Let's get going. No. Okay, I can go to Grossberg now. Not everyone is Nagito. That's some Nagito shit right there. Grossberg Law Offices. He's out. Again. When does he work, anyway? Now, don't be harsh. Guess we'll have to come back later. Okay, so that's not it. Nope, that doesn't do shit. How about this? Edgeworth. See this letter? This came out of the safe in the shack where the boat renter lives. I see. Oh yeah, maybe they could recognize the handwriting. Yeah, fair enough. You can only go for 4 places. He could have just killed the Hammond and be done with it. Maybe pin it on Larry by chance. Because he was on the lake that night too. Yeah, but this way it's more convoluted and you can stretch it out to a 6-hour case. You know what I mean? Like, this is some next level shit. Because why would you put yourself in the firing line? You wouldn't, right? You've got yourself a perfect alibi without having an alibi. Revenge on me? I'm sorry, revenge on me? Just wait till we get the Kuma car battery t-shirt. Yeah, who is that guy anyway? I don't know. Could he be an innocent defendant who got declared guilty or something? Nice, right? But I don't remember that old man. Not at all. Yeah, so he was following this letter then. Which means there was someone else behind it. Now is the time to get revenge on the 2 men who ruined your life. 2 men, meaning myself and Robert Hammond? It also says this is your last chance. Last chance? Wait, maybe he's talking about the statute of limitations on the Dl6 incident. Wait, that old man. Yeah, what is it? Do you know who he is? Yogi. Could he be Yogi? Yeah, Yogi? The suspect in the Dl6 incident. The one who was found innocent. Yani Yogi. Yani Yogi was a court bailiff at the time. We just happened to be in the elevator together 15 years ago. The quake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for so long, it felt like forever. The air thinned and the darkness closed in on us in that little box. We became unsettled. Help, I can't breathe. Quiet, I said quiet, you're not making this any easier. I want to get out. Help, get us out. Don't shout, you'll just use up more oxygen. That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed staring up at the ceiling. In court, Yanni Yogi's mental condition was called into question. They claimed the oxygen deprivation and stress had caused temporary insanity. In the end, the claim passed the court and Yogi was found innocent. So it was the insanity plea that found him innocent. Huh? Yeah, but isn't that strange? This letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take revenge on you? Right. Yeah? There's something that's been troubling me the last few days. I don't know whether or not I should tell you. I'm just like, does he want to tell me or does he like never want to tell me? You mean the nightmare? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of a murder. I think the time has come to tell all. Finally! For the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. I wake up in a fearful sweat every time. Yeah, what kind of dream? It's a dream about my father's killing in the dark. Help, I can't breathe. Quiet, I said quiet, you're not making this any easier. I want to get out. Help, get us out. Don't shout, you'll just use up more oxygen. I can't breathe. You're using up my air. What? Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. Ah, what are you? Stop breathing my air. No, father. He's attacking father. Then I see the pistol lying at my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from that day in court or the bailiffs. In a daze, I pick up the pistol. Get away. Get away from my father. Ah! Wait. So, in his dream, he picks up the pistol and causes it to go off shooting his father. Interesting. And with that scream, I wake. It's a bone-chilling scream. A scream that has rung in my ears for the past 15 years. Yeah, but that's just a dream, right? I don't know, he's having the same dream. Could it be a suppressed memory? That thought is the only thing that has kept me sane for the last 15 years. But what if I'm wrong? What if it's real? They say that sometimes people shout out memories in self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father. Yeah, what? If you think about it, that way this letter makes sense. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it. Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me. Wait, Edgeworth, you mean... It was me. I was the true criminal of Dl6. I shot my father. This is bad. Yeah, what are we going to do, Nick? What can we do? I don't know. I don't think there is anything we can do, like it or not. If there's someone else who knows a lot about Dl6 incident, maybe... There is, Nick. There is someone else who knows about Dl6. So is this where we go to Grossberg? September 27th. Ah, finally, he's back. The safety on the gun was off. That's just poor. That is very poor firearm handling. One, the gun doesn't have the safety on. Let's not even go there. Plus two, like, there's an exit wound on the elevator, so you would be able to see from the angle of the shot whether or not it was, you know, someone. Like, it just looked as a piece of hole in the glass. You could figure out very quickly what angle it came from. You know what I mean? Like, if it's a kid, it's not going to be straight. It's going to be like that. You know what I mean? You could work out height very quickly. And also fingerprints on the gun. And gunpowder residue on whoever fired it. Like, you know? There's so many things. All that were probably ignored. Mr. Grossberg. Ah, hello there. What's wrong? You look troubled. Yeah, no kidding. I can't believe you're not. My. Just calm down and tell me what happened. It's Mr. Edgeworth. He... I see. So Edgeworth dreamt he shot his own father. Yeah, it's only a dream. Only a dream. I wonder. What? If that's the case, then why do you two look so troubled? Well, also consider this. Yogi quite certainly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth. So deep he'd want to frame him for murder. This leads me to summarize. Oh, surmise. That Mr. Edgeworth's dream was not a dream, it was real. As you imagined. Miles Edgeworth threw the pistol to save his father. The pistol fired, and the deed was done. Wait, so he threw the pistol and it went off. That's even less likely. Like, that's even less likely. That he threw the pistol, it hit the wall, or the floor, and goes off and gets a kill shot. That's highly unlikely. That's like a series of... That's some Nagito level shit right there. Or someone else picked up the gun as a result of him I don't know. No, I don't believe it. Yogi was suspected of murder and his career as a bailiff was irrevocably wrecked. Thus, he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This was his last chance, of course, with the statute of limitations so close. But if he's planning to kill him, or frame him for another murder, what does the statute of limitations have to do with it? It has nothing to do with it. Or we'll make a gun go off midair. You'd have to have super level luck to pull off that. Present the letter at the end. Quite sorry. I have nothing to say concerning that. Gregory Edgeworth. What do you know about Edgeworth's father? He was a defense attorney without peer. It sounds trite, but it's true. Well, he may have had one peer now that I think about it. Your mentor, Maya Fey. Yeah, my sister? Gregory Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. Von Karma's techniques. That's no surprise. Von Karma is an extreme man. Forged testimonies and evidence are nothing to him. The result, he has a perfect win record in court. To beat him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call attention to his methods. Yeah, and? He lost. And he died in despair, as it were. Yeah, I see. The spirit medium. But it does solve all the stuff you mentioned. So the case is... So the next case is Dl6. Interesting. That would be an interesting one. That That would be an interesting one. When Gregory Edgeworth was killed, the police called on a spirit medium. And that was your mother, Misty Faye. I am Gregory Edgeworth. I have been killed. The one who shot me was the bailiff, Yani Yogi. Yet Yogi was found innocent. That's where my mother left us. Everyone called her a fraud. That's right, everyone thought she was, you see. Yet, now that I think about it, it seems the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost. Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him. I don't believe it. So you're saying he falsified his testimony as a ghost? That Edgeworth's dad lied to protect his son as a ghost? It's only a possibility, mind you. But a possibility nonetheless. I like how the possibility that Maya Faye's mother was full of shit is never called into question. But then again, ghosts are a thing in this world. Can I show him this? Oh ho, so this is the letter. It does seem that Yogi was following this letter when he killed Hammond. Yeah, but why kill Robert Hammond? Hammond was a skilled defense attorney, but he defended clients not for their sake, but for his own. Huh? For his own sake? He never trusted his clients, that one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability. But he got his clients found innocent, so why should it matter? Actually, my dear, it's quite different. He won that innocent verdict for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but socially he was ruined. Huh? You'll understand soon enough. I don't like that, soon enough. Wait. What is it? This letter. I've seen this handwriting somewhere before. A long time ago. Whose handwriting was this? Do you have any idea who wrote this? I would be shocked if it's fucking Von Karma. Like, what the fuck? You're so bored you actually come up with crimes? Would it be Von Karma? Von Karma? Why would he have something to do with this? Well, I'm not sure. He's an asshole. Von Karma. Von Karma. Wait, you're right, my boy. This is Von Karma's handwriting. I'm sure of it. Seriously? Seriously? I used to see it all the time on court reports. Yeah, what? But that means that the one who told Mr. Yogi to kill was correct. Manfred Von Karma himself. What does this mean? Why would Von Karma want to frame Edgeworth? Wait, so Von Karma sets this up to also convict Edgeworth. But didn't he basically mentor Edgeworth? Like, that's counterproductive. That is so counterproductive. Prosecutor Von Karma. If it truly was Von Karma who wrote this letter, then he would know the truth. He would know that Miles Edgeworth had accidentally killed his own father. You'll say as much tomorrow in court, I should think. You'll press the point until the court finds Miles Edgeworth guilty. Oh, no. Yeah, but how could Von Karma know about Mr. Edgeworth's past like that? Even Mr. Edgeworth thought it was just a nightmare. That I do not know. Yet I do know that Von Karma is both persistent and a perfectionist. He may be seeking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory Edgeworth by hurting his son. Are you kidding me? What do you mean? It was 15 years ago. Von Karma made Gregory Edgeworth in court, and Von Karma did win. But he didn't make it through the trial unscarred. Gregory vs. Manfred. What happened in the trial between Edgeworth's dad and Von Karma? Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted. He won the trial. But Gregory Edgeworth accused Von Karma of faulty evidence. And though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusation stood. Yeah, faulty evidence? It was the only penalty Von Karma has ever received in his career as a prosecutor. Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Yeah, wow. It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. A vacation? Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting. So, he received a penalty in court for falsifying evidence. You would think that falsifying evidence in court as a prosecutor would have significantly more weight than a penalty. And then he gets Miles, raises him for 15 years, just so he can send him to prison? What the fuck is wrong with this man? Really? He doesn't take vacations? Like, go to the sea or to the mountains? Don't tell me he's never been to Europe. You have strange ideas about vacations, Maya. In any case, that was the only time he took a vacation from work. I believe the penalty upset him quite a lot. Odd, if he wanted to keep a perfect record so badly, why would he take such a long vacation? Yeah, what do we do, Nick? Von Karma is going to bring up Dl6, you can bet on it. What if Mr. Edgeworth pleads guilty to Dl6? I won't let him. Yes, Mr. Wright. I hate to say this, but even accidental murder is murder, you know. I know that. I just believe in Edgeworth's innocence. I can't believe he'd kill someone. But Nick, Mr. Edgeworth admits it himself. His father must have lied to protect him from beyond the grave. I don't care. I know he's not guilty. Wait, so they're gonna accuse him of murdering his father 15 years ago. And what's their evidence gonna be? Oh, we found the other guy innocent because he did it when he was temporarily insane. But we're also gonna find this guy innocent. We're gonna find this guy guilty, even though we've already blamed someone else for the crime. It's like, what? Mr. Wright. If you suppose I could go check again, the police files might hold something of interest. Mr. Grossberg, thank you. I can't promise anything. In fact, I think the chances of finding something are slim. I understand. The police materials. Okay, we got nothing to talk about. December 27, Criminal Affairs. There's hardly anyone here. Everyone must be out looking for the old guy, Yogi. Ah, it's you. I don't think Gumshoe will be coming back today. He's staying out late looking for someone. Yeah, sounds like Detective Gumshoe is pounding the pavement for real. Well, we were wondering if we could check out the records room again. Well now, I can't have just anyone wandering around in there. But I guess Mr. Von Karma is in there now anyway. You can go in as long as he's there. What? Von Karma? Yes, he just arrived actually. Von Karma's in the record room. Nick, let's hurry. Wow. That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself. So,
What are your hobbies? Well, I like to do stakeouts now and then. He must be doing image training for a first date. This must be the chief of the detectives here. He's glued to his computer screen. What? That's not possible. The world ended? Yesterday? He must be reading predictions for the future on someone's homepage. Alright, records room. Found innocent via temporary insanity. But that he did it. I mean, it was a closed space. Only 3 people are in there. One is dead, another found innocent, so yeah. But, like, he's found innocent by temporary insanity. Like, that is such a bullshit. It's like, oh, well, he was found innocent because he was temporarily insane. Therefore, we'll convict the other guy because he was not temporarily insane. Well, he doesn't have any memory of the what the fuck? That is so fucked. That is going to be such a fucked argument. I actually want to see how they do that, because that is just, it just sounds so ridiculous. Dusty as always. We were only just here yesterday. I'm sure they just haven't had time to clean. Yeah, what's wrong, Nick? Nothing. I was just noticing that he isn't here. One karma. Huh? One of the drawers is open. Someone must have been looking in it recently. The label says, Unsolved Cases, Evidence. Unsolved cases. Nick? The file for Dl6, it's completely empty. What? What are you doing in here? Von Karma? You. How do you know my name? Huh? Have we met? The hell? What are you saying? We see each other every day, don't we? Where's Miles Edgeworth's defense team? I mean, we're Miles Edgeworth's defense team. Defense team? I beg your pardon, you see. I rarely remember defense attorneys. Is this guy high? They are like bugs to me. Needless things to be crushed. I can see how this guy was Edgeworth's mentor. Okay, let's present to him this. Fool. You think I, a prosecutor, would give you a defense attorney information? Bah! Yeah, creep. Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth is your student, right? A romanticist who still can't shed that veneer of amateurism. Just like his father, always second rate. Mr. Von Karma, you had an axe to grind with Mr. Gregory Edgeworth, didn't you? Me? A grudge against a mere defense attorney? Why? Because he dealt a blow to your otherwise perfect trial record. So you did. But what I don't get is, why did you take his son under your wing afterwards? The son of your most bitter rival. That, my dear attorney, is none of your business. Tomorrow's trial. Tomorrow's trial was the last day of the trial. It's been a while since I've had a defense attorney last this long. Still, you will lose in the end. Miles Edgeworth will admit his own guilt. His guilt of 15 years ago, you mean? You're quite the researcher. If you've done your homework so well, then certainly you must understand. You know what Miles Edgeworth will tell the court tomorrow. We were right. So Von Karma is going to bring up Dl6 in court tomorrow. But we can always print out the letter. Mr. Von Karma, can you have a look at this? This was you, wasn't it? You instructed Yanni Yogi to commit murder. Yanni Yogi? How many years has it been since I've heard him called by that name? He's a fool. I told him to burn it after he read it. Ah, crap. We didn't make a copy, did we? Yeah, so you admit it. You wrote Mr. Yogi this letter. Yes, my dear defense attorney. Thank you for taking the trouble to bring it to me. You've saved me from a lot of needless hassle. I feel stupid for showing him that. What? Nick, what is that thing? A stun gun. For self-defense, usually. Indeed. 600,000 volts will course through your body like a dog touching an electric fence. 600,000... Oh, don't worry. People don't die from it, usually. Now give me the letter. No! Yeah! Whoa, who are you? Yeah, Nick, run! Did he just shot? Maya! Out of my way. Ah! Son of a bitch. He got us. The letter's gone, of course. And he took the Dl6 evidence, all of it. Back to having no clues. Wait, Maya jumped first. Maya, is she okay? Maya? Damn it, I feel stupid for presenting that. And I feel stupid for not making a copy. Maya, open your eyes. Maya. Yeah? The letter, did he take it? Oh yeah. Are you okay? I couldn't stop him. I jumped as fast as I could, but one shot from that thing knocked me out cold. I'm useless. I'm no good as a lawyer or medium. I can't even call my sister. Not even now, when we need her the most. I wish I hadn't woken up at all. Maya. There has to be some way I can help her. You would think the police have cameras in their evidence room, right? I'd better do something about her self-confidence first. Hmm? Maya, she's holding something. What is that? A bullet? Dl6 evidence number 7, taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. I remember when Kuma was holding this when Maya jumped him. Dl6 bullet. Oh wow, they stole a piece of evidence. I love it. So what are we gonna say in court? If there's no bullet, no one was shot? Can you prove to me that he was shot? Yes, we have the bullet. Okay, show me the bullet. Shit. Yeah, exactly. No bullet, Your Honor. He was never shot. Maybe they only have cameras at the entrance to reduce cost. Oh yeah, because at the entrance is where the crimes are committed, am I right? I'll prove it to you, Maya. You're most definitely not useless. I'll prove it to you in court tomorrow. A hole just spontaneously appeared in his heart, Your Honor. Honestly, that might actually work. Can you prove that he was shot? Can you, without a doubt, prove that he was shot? No bullet, no crime. Could you imagine that shit? Could you imagine that actually holding up in court? Oh my god. Alright, trial time. Let's do ourselves a favor. Take a quick 2-minute break. Just so we can, you know, get in the zone. Let's double save just in case. Maybe his heart was so shriveled, it tried to turn into a black hole. the amount of ridiculous remarks you could say in court. Oh my god. After Von Karma won the case, Mr. Edgeworth was heartbroken. December 28, 9:51, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Alright, let's take that 2-minute break. See what happens. So maybe the long-term strategy of this wasn't to find him guilty for this murder, was to find him guilty for the other one and just lay it up there. I'm like, okay, if that's the... I'm sort of like, what the hell? But at the same time, I want to see how it plays out. So let's take a quick 2-minute break and hop straight into the trial. Let's do it. Okay, we're back. We're back. I volunteer to hug Edgy Boy. Go for it, Frick. Is the guy who looks like the penguin a good guy in Phoenix Wright? Who's the guy that looks like a penguin? Who looks like a... What? Do you think Byakuya and Edgeworth will be friends? I think they're both as stuck up as each other. Maybe. Oh my god. You think that there was an edgelord here Edgeworth could call for a trial by combat? They can't punish him for the other murder if all he was trying to do was stop the guy attacking his dad. And then technically he didn't actually shoot him, he threw the gun. And plus he was a little boy. So he was an oxygen-deprived little boy with temporary insanity trying to protect his dad from being attacked by another guy who was also temporarily insane, which was proven in another case, mind you, so it's admissible. Right? Like, how are you gonna find him guilty? So, you could by the same token say that Edgeworth was temporarily insane. Kuma, would you be confident enough to put yourself in Phoenix's shoes and put up with the bullshit he has to go through in this game, I think I would seriously struggle long term. I think if I dedicated my mind and my heart to it and my time, I would be able to do it, but I don't think it would be a very happy life, because I would constantly be dealing with very corrupt people, and it would just be like pulling a boulder up a mountain without any shoes or gloves, constantly having your hands cut on rocks while the world just throws shit at you from the top of the mountain. It would be horrible. It would not be a fun career. Let's just put it that way. Why? The argument is Yogi was rendered mentally incapable by the time the murder happened. Well, wouldn't Edgeworth also be? He was also deprived of oxygen. He was also underage. He was also under duress. He was also like, he can't even remember it. It was a dream. Your Honor, dreams are not admissible evidence. Oh, really? And spirit mediums are? Your Honor, we presented a spirit medium in court, and you still found him innocent. Also, the pay is terrible. It's definitely the type of business you go into because you want to do good in the world. I'm sure a defense attorney can get paid well if he's taking high-profile cases, but unless you've got a very... I actually know a barrister here in Sydney. He's not only a barrister, he's actually a Queen's Counsel, which is a rank above barrister. Effectively, they cost $7,000 just to appear in court, right? The starting rate is like to appear in court, $7K, and then we go from there. And the guy's a machine. He was describing to me how the criminal prosecution process, the criminal legal system in Australia works. And the way he described it was such a visual map that it really worked for me. He laid out the whole process, the technicalities, how it's done, how the judge rules. And the way he laid it out, it was almost like a map. And you could pretty much play the rules of the court, the rules of the law, the way the technicalities work to your advantage. So it's less about whether someone did or didn't, or whether or not something is right or wrong. It's a matter of getting through this minefield of rules and technicalities to get the most desired result. And in most cases, criminal prosecutors for low-level cases are overworked. They don't have enough time. Most of them literally just get a pile of folders that morning for which they have to go and try to get a conviction for. And this guy prepares. He's so good. So you could get paid very well. But then also at a certain level, some barristers don't actually want to become Queen Counsel because once they hit that pay level, they're competing with the other guys on that pay level. And so they can't get work because they cost too much. And so if they start charging less than that, they start looking like they're not as good. So they either at that point become judges or they don't become Queen's Counsel. And this barrister, I like, he's a machine. He's in his 80s, mind you. He's in his 80s, but he is sharp. And he also, and this is my favorite story, he walked out of court one day over here in Sydney, and a guy grabbed his briefcase and started running down the street with it, like a snatch and grab. And what he didn't realize was this barrister is fit. He goes to the gym, right? So this old man, he wasn't in his 80s at the time, I think he was in his 60s or 70s. This old man started chasing after this young guy in his 20s that just grabbed his briefcase. And he was probably chasing him around the city for 10-15 minutes. Eventually, this barrister, he caught up to him, tackled him to the ground, and beat the shit out of him, and got his briefcase back. He was then charged by the police for assault, and he represented himself in court. And the judge decided not to convict him. He was guilty of the crime, but the judge did not convict him of the crime. And this is where I learned about this technicality, where you've got, in the justice system, you've got two things. You've got the criminal part, whereas whether or not the person is guilty, whether or not they should be convicted of the crime. And then you've got the civil duties of the court, which is the best interest of the people. So while you can technically be guilty of a crime, punishing you for the crime doesn't serve the public interest. Get what I mean? You've got that scale, right? So yes, he was guilty of tackling this guy and hitting him. But the reason why he did it wasn't because he was this violent man that went out there and said, yeah, fuck you, cunt, bam. It's like, no, he walked out of court and this guy snatched and grabbed his briefcase, which could have had, whatever, right? However you want to frame it in court. And so, you know what I mean? The public interest was, oh yeah, this guy got tackled and punched. So fucking what? He's a scumbag. You know what I mean? So does it serve the public interest to prosecute this guy that was just getting his stuff back of this crime because this guy snatched and ran? Now, obviously, he was a very good criminal defense barrister, so he knew about all these technicalities. But the average everyday Joe wouldn't. So your average lawyer might not be able to get your client off for that. He might be able to get the client a very lenient sentence by presenting it as, oh, well, he was under duress, he was provoked and all this other stuff. Nah, man, this guy represented himself and didn't get convicted. Like, that's a boss. It's interesting that you guys have a public interest clause. I wouldn't say it's a clause, but it's something that should be taken into consideration by the judge. And he managed to convince the judge that the public interest outweighed the need for justice. You know what I mean? The justice was in the public interest, not the legal side. And the judge obviously agreed. So that's why the judge is a judge. The judge is supposed to weigh all these things and come to a decision impartially, which is very difficult to do considering people are human. But like you mentioned, very pro move. So this man is just like, whenever I talk to him, he's just switched on. Like, I love talking to him. He's just, yeah. I wouldn't say he's a mentor of mine, but I've spoken to him maybe a few times, and he's definitely like, oh, I would definitely like to hear about your career. He doesn't know about YouTube or anything like that, but I always talk to him about what's happening in our company and corporate, how it's going on, my strategy and all things like that, and he likes listening to it. He's a very clever guy. The funniest thing he said was, I should have gone into sales. I would have made a lot more money, and I just laughed so hard. And then, I made that remark about, but you're a Queen's Counsel, you're the cream of the crop, top end of defense, attorneys in Australia. You can name your price. And he just basically laughed. He's like, commission's more. It's easier to sell. You're basically selling in court, effectively. But you're not being paid commission. You're being paid for, your certain fee. All right, let's go back to the case. You're right. Sorry, I digressed. But yeah, it's just, you can make some money as a defense attorney, but yeah, you got to be good. You got to be amazing. He's basically the Von Karma of justice, pretty much. I like to think of it. He's a really amazing guy. He's freaking amazing. Today things are going to get settled at last. A lot of things. What's the big idea? Yeah, sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from your run-in with the stun gun yesterday. Anyhow, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick. Yeah, thanks, Maya. Edgeworth's looking glum as always. I hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard. Whoa. What are you doing? Sorry. I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back. Maya. Maybe you should go outside and discharge. Yeah, right. Good idea. Try not to electrocute someone on your way out. Wow, pal! What's gotten into that girl? Detective Gunshot. Detective Gunshot. Yeah, no spoilers in the chat, please. Good morning. How did it go, detective? Have no fear. As promised, I've captured our runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. Took all night, pal. Thanks, Detective Gunshot. You must be tired. In my village, we had a case where two drunk guys tried to rob a Chinese shop. Shop owner was just closing when they entered. He tried to tell them shop isn't open anymore. One of them took out a knife. Ugh. That's bad. Actually, after the shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good. You don't need an energy drink. You just need 6,000 volts. Wait, so if Von Karma keeps getting electricity, does it become Colonel Volgan at some point? Yogi says he's forgotten his own name. But that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm going to prove it. But we don't have the letter. And instead of him ending up guilty for beating them, they had to pay the shop owner for the damage. That mostly he did as he was beating them, since they were the one attacking him on his property. See, that's a good verdict. Whereas in Australia, yeah, let's not go there now. There's been some cases that have been pretty bullshit. Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. What gets me is when we're viewing from the bottom, we see Phoenix on the left, we see Von Karma on the left, we see Phoenix on the right. However, now this swapped. It's like, what? The prosecution is ready. Right, very well. We have reached the final day of proceedings in this trial. I ask that the prosecution submit decisive evidence. Understood. Come on, don't be awed into silence every little thing he says. Very well, Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Wait, so if it goes beyond 3 days and the prosecution hasn't given decisive evidence, then that means the judge will find the person not guilty. And please, can you not mention characters that haven't been introduced yet? I mean, like, there's about 6 people here telling you not to do it, and you just did it again. Come on, man. Like, let's not stop the stream to be talking about not posting about spoilers. Guys, don't be that guy. Very well. Von Karma, your opening statement. Right. Thanks to Detective Gumsh's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom. Instant dismissal of the trial. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity. Witness, why did you run away yesterday? The witness was not running away, as he will now testify. I see. Very well, please begin your testimony. Why I left court? I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did. But I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with the incident anyhow. I I mean, I need some of those motive things, right? And I don't got none. So my testimony yesterday stands as is. I think the judge just rules with what's been said so far, so unless the prosecution's completely fucked up, they'll probably win. This being a dystopia and all. Can someone approve that comment, please? I don't know why that was... Oh yeah, because you said the F word. Let's begin the cross-examination. He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi and I'm going to prove it. Why left court? I'm really sorry about leaving yesterday just like I did. I'd like to call what you did running away and not just leaving. You heard Larry's testimony and realized you were in danger. Now, Mr. Wright, there's no need to rush to conclusions. As I said, the witness was not running away. Listen to the testimony. He sure seems relaxed. In fact, they both do, Von Kammer and Yanni Yogi. But there wasn't a running away or not. Then why did you leave? He's just about to say why. Is it so hard for you to just quietly listen to when someone is talking? If I said quietly, Edgeworth would be guilty in 3 minutes. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? Food? Well, Polly is a bit of a gourmand, you see. She only eats these high-quality bird pellets from France. They only have them in the big pet shop downtown. But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker's shack? Well, I kind of got lost, you see. The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack. Yeah, right. Nice try, Von Karma. No one's going to believe that. I see. So he was lost. Please, Your Honor, come to your senses. I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. You've lost much of your memory, is that correct? Yep, seems like it. Then how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with the case? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory. You know exactly who you are. The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof. Good. How am I supposed to prove what's going on in the old Hodger's head? That's impossible. I'm glad you've come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness. Please continue. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right? Please, don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible. I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing over and over until the trial ends. Might I say something, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. You've been saying the same thing over and over. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past lack thereof into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case? Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case, and no motive. Both of these statements are lies. Order! Order! Mr. Wright, there is a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who this witness is? Of course, Your Honor. Oh, huh. Now this is interesting. I would like to know myself. So who is he? Don't play dumb, Von Karma. Mr. Wright, please tell us this witness's name. His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff. Yogi? That name seems familiar. Oh. Yanni Yogi from Dl6 incident. It figures the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case. But what does this mean? Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive.
Objection!
Tisk, tisk, tisk. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This man, this witness, is Yanni Yogi. Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory. This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, then I've got nowhere else to go. Nick, how are you going to prove it? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi? It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on the file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago. The file that was stolen by Von Karma. I see, that makes sense. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Huh? I'm so very sorry, Mr. Wright. Why? The witness has no fingerprints. What? What? No fingerprints? You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingertips working with the stuff. Yep. What? Yogi, you sneak. You burned your fingerprints off to hide your past. Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity. No. Tisk, tisk. Well, what will you do, Mr. Wright? It seems that the case has been decided, no? No. I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. But no, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way. There is no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one. Nick, what are you gonna do? I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do? Tisk, tisk, tisk. Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comic relief. Yeah, very funny. You're a sort of winner, Von Karma. We're gonna cross-examine a parrot, aren't we? Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrot. Oh my god, this is the type of shit that you come up with when you're very drunk. Yeah, what is it, Nick? No, you're not going to. Your Honor. The defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal. I like how he says we would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal, making it seem like it was his idea. Take Mr. Von Karma up on my proposal? Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot. This is fucking awesome. Someone please take a screenshot. Ah, someone take a screenshot. This is just beautiful. I'm taking one. It's almost like taking Cheeky to the stand. I would like to cross-examine Cheeky. Oh my god, she's gonna come running now that I called her. Order, order. Ah, well. What do you think, Mr. Von Karma? Need you even ask? This is a farce. I object.
Objection!
Wait a second, I object to your objection. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested. Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this, and nothing comes out of it, then I hope you're ready for the consequences. Nick, this is crazy. Well, still want to go through with your little game? Yes, I'm doing it. Let the parrot take the stand. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor. This is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard. When Kama's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence. Except the parrot. She's my last chance. Oh my god. At least I think so. Could you imagine Von Karma trying to rig the parrot's testimony? Bribing it with crackers? Who did the murder? Shopkeeper? No. Miles Edgeworth. Miles Edgeworth. Take a cracker. Cracker Miles Edgeworth. Miles Edgeworth is a cracker. Racist parrot. Bailiff, bring in the parrot. It's fucking looking at us. Oh my god. That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. Name! The witness is ignoring me. It must hurt to be ignored by a bird. Ahem. Very well, witness. Who is your owner? Please, testify for us. Who is your owner? Oh my god. Yes, Kuma, this is real. Oh my god. Okay. Hello? Hello? Spark? Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far. If the parrot lies in court, can it be charged for perjury? Very well, begin your cross-examination. Right. Nick, what are you gonna do? I don't know. What do we do, Maya? Hello? Hello? Squawk!
Hold it!
Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her. Yeah, right. What do I say? What's your name? Maybe I should get her to say her name. Yeah, Polly. Polly, what's your name? Polly, squawk. Mr. Wright, I think we've established that this parrot is named Polly. Does this have anything to do with her owner's identity? Of course. Yes, it does. Huh, fascinating. You claim that the parrot's name will prove her owner's identity. Then show us this proof. Yeah, Nick, don't you think you're taking this bluffing a little too far? Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. You're wrong. The proof that the parrot name reveals the caretaker is... Oh yeah, right. Mention Dl6. If you mention Dl6, it might actually answer. I'm half tempted to just submit this.
Take that!
The Dl6 case file?
Objection!
That's quite a large file you have there. Which page is the proof on it then? Show us, or stop wasting our time. Very well. Mr. Wright, please show us the page. Where in this file is information connected to this parrot's name? Fuck. Fuck. God. How do I get him to say don't forget Dl6? I have really dug this hole here. Case summary, Your Honor. It's on the case summary page. I'm sorry, but I don't see anything here that relates to the name Polly. At least not on this page. A bluff, as I expected. I'm afraid I have to deny your claim, Mr. Wright. The witness may continue. Oh, fuck yeah, I didn't get punished. Witness, you're here to speak. You must speak to me. It's just looking at us. Frankly, I can't believe that you're speaking to the parrot. Yeah, well, I guess we should try get some information out of her. We need to show the judge that her owner is Mr. Yogi. See, I'm checking the evidence. I don't have a letter. Time of death. Lake photo. The owner's companion of the shop caretaker answers to the name Polly. Wait. Oh, Yogi. Suspect data. Is in Yogi. Hello? Witness, you can't just say hello. I want you to testify. Right, what do I say? What's your name? Polly Squawk. I think it's Polly. Identity, of course it does. I won't get punished, thank God for that. Show us the proof. Your Honor, the proof is in here.
Take that!
Case file, he objects. Show us the proof. Show us the page. Suspect data, Your Honor. It's on the suspect data page. This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see? Indeed, it does say that, yes. What was his fiancée's name? Polly Jenkins. Polly. What? I didn't know that! Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who had committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her. I had no idea. I see. I guess that is possible.
Objection!
Bah, a mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Phoenix Wright, does this make you my granddaughter's fiancé? Say yes. Say yes. Say yes. Say yes. Say yes. Say yes. She's only 7 years old. Oh, wow. That was a trap and a half. Oh, wow. I would have gone to jail for that shit. Indeed. Is there anything Von Karma says that isn't a fucking trap? I would have gone to jail. Motherfucker. Wait, his daughter's 7? Alone, it is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We would need some other corroborating evidence. Where am I going to find that? Yeah, Nick, we're getting closer. One more, if we can just give one more piece of evidence. Alright, but what? Very well, witness, you may continue. Fucking parrot. Yeah, well, I guess we should try get some information out of her. We need to show the judge that the owner is Mr. Yogi. Hello? Hello?
Hold it!
Witness, you can't just say hello. I want you to testify. Maya, talk to her. Have we forgotten something? Yes, I recall. 2 days ago. Oh, granddaughter. My bad. I thought he said daughter. Yeah, Polly, have we forgotten something? Quack! Don't forget DL6. Quack! Kuma, we caught you live and we have footage. I gotta stop making jokes. I'm gonna get arrested for it one day. If I can get Polly to say that here, that will prove that the caretaker had something to do with DL6. Now, Polly, have we forgotten something? Oh boy. Hello? Hello? Squawk? What? Oh, crap. That's not what you're supposed to say. Don't say that! Forgot something. We forgot. Hello? Hello? Squawk? Uh-oh. It's not working, Nick. She won't say it. This is ridiculous. Why won't she say it? Tisk, tisk. Something the matter, mister? Oh my god, he tampered with the goddamn parakeet. Are you kidding? Jesus, what the fuck? Who does this? Is this what he did last night? Oh my god. Wait. Don't tell me Von Karmer expected this. He couldn't have retrained the parrot, could he? Did he train her not to respond when we asked if we've forgotten something? Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Yeah, well, I guess we should try to get some information. I called it. He fucking retrained the parrot! Oh my god! No wonder this guy doesn't take a vacation. Holy shit! Who does this? Hello? Hello? Oh my god. What's the safe number? Maybe I'll get her to say the number of the safe. Yeah? The safe? Why? Let's just try to get her to say anything, okay? Yeah, Polly, what's the number to the safe in the shack? 1228. 1228. My, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker. Yeah, it actually does. Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it. Ugh, ridiculous. How can the number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this murder to the caretaker's true identity? Ah, crap, I'm gonna be in trouble. 1228. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Von Karma, you've been a bad, bad boy. You need to be punished. Take that! The Dl6 case file? What is this obsession you have with that case? Mr. Wright, where in this case file is something relating to the safe number? The case summary. It's on the case summary page, Your Honor. The case summary? Specifically, the date on which Dl6 incident occurred. The date of the incident? December 28? Wait, that's today's date. 15 years ago. Yeah, the number on the safe is 1228, Your Honor. Ah. He used the date of the Dl6 incident as the number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important the date was to him. I see. It certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates.
Objection!
But this is not tangible proof. I set my ATM card's number to 001 because I'm number 1. Wow. Wow. This describes Von Karma, ladies and gentlemen. He is so fucking petty that even the ATM needs to know. Wow. Wow. This has nothing to do with the date. Nothing. That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here. This is a mere coincidence, that's all. True, that is a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seem more like a pattern to me. What are you saying? Summon the caretaker of the boat shop. Immediately. Witness, tell us your name.
Objection!
Wait, this witness, he doesn't remember. No, it's okay. What? What? I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done. Yeah, Nick, he looks totally different. This is the real Yogi, I think, finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years. Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court. My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court. Order, order. Yanni Yogi. So was it you who killed Robert Hammond and tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death? Yes, it was me. I did it. Doesn't this mean that Von Karma just lost the case? They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond, he said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancé, and my social standing. Then this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance. After 15 years, this was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets. Wait a moment. Revenge against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on the matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? God damn it, Edgeworth! Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond. So, Von Karma just lost. Von Karma, where is Mr. Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession. Then, the defendant Miles Edgeworth is innocent, in this case at least. Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand? There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case. So I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Robert Hammond. Any objections? I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything? Very well. This court finds the defendant Miles Edgeworth. We did it! Wait, I gotta ask. Do they have those party poppers like charged for every time someone is found not guilty? What about for the victim's family? Isn't that awfully inconsiderate? So we did it. Court is adjourned. We did it!
Objection!
What? Oh, come on. Did someone just say objection? It wasn't Von Karma. Wait, but that means... No. Edgeworth, you fucking blit! Your Honor, I object to your judgment. Why? What do you mean? I'm not innocent at all. As we have heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what? Yeah, Nick. Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's gonna say he's guilty. Rush B tackled the Tsuka. He's gonna tell him he's the murderer in the Dl6 incident. Rush B tackle him. He's gonna tell them he killed his own daddy. Oh no, what do I do? Raise an objection, of course.
Objection!
The judgment has already been passed. I object to Edgeworth's outburst.
Objection!
Didn't something like this happen yesterday too? I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed. That would be Larry. Larry, tackle him! We must hear this new statement. We must hear Miles Edgeworth. He's right. We have a duty to hear Mr. Edgeworth out. For 15 years, I have had a reoccurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer. You mean in the incident where your father died? From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer. The criminal in the Dl6 incident. It was me, Your Honor. I confess my guilt. I am guilty for Dl6, the statute of limitations which ends today. The culprit is me. Order, order. This is certainly unexpected. The defendant declared innocent is confessing to a different crime. A crime for which the statute of limitations runs out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this. Bah, it's obvious. We hold a trial right here, right now. This is bullshit! We tried this man for his crime of 15 years ago. I think I would have to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned. (2:24 p.m.) Defense lobby. I'm sorry, Wright. I've just wasted all of your effort. Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, sir. I mean, you killed your dad? I didn't want to believe it myself, Detective. But it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances. This is crazy. Just crazy. Yeah, Nick, what are you doing? Huh? Oh. I was just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready. Yeah, your case for what? Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent. Oh, god damn it! Von Karma Phoenix round 2? Seriously? What are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it. In court. I'm sorry, Edgeworth. I'm sorry, Edgeworth. But I don't believe your nightmare. What? It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in the court record. In any case, tighten your belt. The real fight is about to begin. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me. Right. Now then, I would like to resume our trial. Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. What? So, it's not even a... God damn it! Then through pointless, let the defense do their cross-examining. Though pointless, let the... God damn it. The statute of limitations of Dl6 runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book. I see. Does the defense have any objections? No, Your Honor. Von Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you? Very well. Since I have to spell it out, don't talk about Dl6. Don't talk about what happens next, even if it's going to be shown in the next few seconds. So unlikely Kuma even sees the comment before it happens. Yeah, let's not spoil me, please. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand? And just like that, we're in another trial. Will the witness state his name and profession? Miles Edgeworth. I'm a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgeworth. 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct? It is correct. Can I object? And testify about this matter to the court. When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That will be the key, but only if I can get it to work. Alright, so give me the case summary. Elevator. Elevator was oxygen depleted at the time of the incident. No clues were found on the scene. Victim data. Defense attorney trapped in elevator returning from a lost trial with his son, 9 years old. 1 bullet found in the heart. Murder weapon was fired twice. Yanni Yogi, court bailiff, trapped in elevator with the Edgeworths. Memory lost due to oxygen deprivations after his arrest. Fiance committed suicide. Wow, that's rough. Taken from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. Still bears clear ballistic marks. Photograph of the scene. Great, I'm gonna have fun with this one. Polly, you're no use here. Yeah, please, please. Oh boy, here we go. That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell to my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all. But there were 2 gunshots. How do we know whether or not the gunshot that went off when he threw the gun was the one that killed Mr. Yogi? I'm sorry, his father. We don't. It's impossible to tell. Therefore, there is not definitive proof that he is the murderer. That's all. Oh, come on. Just because the bullet was found in his heart doesn't mean he was shot. We play Russian roulette all the time and we have bullets in our skulls all the time. And see, it doesn't mean I was shot. Until now, you thought his memory was a dream. We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out and I lost my memory of the events. Bah, the same claim Mr. Yogi made. Very well. Mr. Wright, the cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. He dreams about 1 shot, but there were actually 2. So it, at the very least, either discredits his dream, or he can't prove that it was, you know, him. If there's 2 shots. That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. Why did I start playing Russian? Playing Russian roulette in an elevator. Was that the trial your father was involved in that day? I don't remember things very clearly. Only 2 things. I know my father lost and Mr. Von Kuma was the prosecuting attorney. Mr. Von Kuma, you were handling the case? It was 15 years ago. I don't remember the details. That was when Edgeworth pointed out the problem in Von Kuma's evidence. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. So there were 3 people, including yourself, trapped in the elevator. Yes, myself, my father, and Yanni Yogi. We were fine at first, but then as time passed, no one came to help. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. What did you do then? I was a 9-year-old boy at the time. What could I do? I was scared, trembling in the corner. But then, just then, something very heavy fell to my feet. What was it? A pistol. I assume it was the bailiff Yanni Yogi's. The safety must have come off when it fell from his holster. And you picked it up? What happened next? I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. Did you know that did you know it was a pistol when you threw it? think I knew. I knew it was dangerous. But the air was getting so thick, I panicked. So you're saying that you threw the pistol at Mr. Yogi. I was in a daze. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream.
Hold it!
The gun fired once? Yes. I think after I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, they've echoed in my head every day. The gunshot and that horrible scream. The scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. To this day? Yes. I can practically hear it now. I doubt I will ever forget that scream as long as I live. There it is. One part of that testimony clearly contradicts the evidence, but I don't know what it means. I better find out and quick. My father... Victim data.
Objection!
Are you sure you only heard one gunshot? Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see. No, Your Honor. Unfortunately, you don't. Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony.
Objection!
You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence unless you can tell us what page it's on. Which page contradicts Miles Edgeworth's testimony? The victim data. Look at the victim data in this file, you idiot. It says it quite plainly. The murder weapon was fired twice, you tsuka. Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot. Yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So, who fired the Maiming shot? Was there perhaps another shooter who fired that second shot?
Objection!
Your Honor, I'm sure you're aware. This incident occurred 15 years ago. Evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when the second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There is no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident. What? I see. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we heard. One of the shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot had something to do with the case? Wait. Your Honor, I think I will be able to show you proof. What? Impossible. Now, Mr. Von Kuma, save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show us your proof. Do you have evidence that the second firing of the pistol is related to this incident? Yes.
Take that!
Look at this photograph. This is a photograph of the scene of the crime, 15 years ago. I could see that the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth. This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it. So let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired. Where? Your Honor, please. Please get the clue, or I ship you off to Siberia. Show the judge the contradiction in the photo. Yes.
Take that!
It should be obvious the contradiction is here. I see, a bullet hole in the door. Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol. Yet there is also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired that second shot. Order, order. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else. Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be? The murderer, of course.
Objection!
I knew I should have strapped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Sorry, I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look one more time at the Dl6 incident case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page. The case summary, that's on page 1. Look what is written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene. If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene. He does have the point. That second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his son. That is the truth of this matter. The whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made the bullet hole in the door. It was undoubtedly something else that made the bullet hole in the door? Read that again. It was undoubtedly something else that made the bullet hole in the door. Sorry, what? Sorry, what? How can you say such bullshit and people believe it? Like, what in the fuck? Sorry, I gotta sip coffee for this one. My brain just shot itself. Okay, I think I've recovered. I will have order. Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly. That the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. von Kuma says, the second bullet fired was not found. It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked the second bullet. So, all we have is the single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount defense's claim. So, because the defense couldn't get the second bullet, you discount the fact that the gun was fired, even though there's a bullet-shaped hole in the door, and the gun was fired twice. My brain is creating new logic routes that appear to be a highway off a cliff. Kuma, it was the logic you wanted Phoenix to use with the bullet. Tisk tisk. I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter. Ugh, how did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident? Yeah, what are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection? I'm sorry, Maya. What? It looks like I was wrong. Nick, if the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are for nothing. Yeah, but you said you'd do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent. I'm sorry. It's just when I saw the photograph, I thought that 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it. I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person, someone else who fired the killing shot. But no, I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Nick? Well, it seems that we have finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth. Precisely. I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far? Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any objections? No. No, I do not. So you killed your father, though that was not your intention? Yes, I did. Oh boy. Oh no. He's accepted the guilt. Very well. The statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict on the defendant right here, right now. Right now. Indeed. Does anyone have any objections? I've been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There are so many things I should be saying, but my mind's gone blank. I can't find the words. Mr. Wright? I have a fucking objection!
Objection!
Your Honor, I object. Tisk tisk. Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object? Nick. I don't know. This case is perfect. Oh no. It must exist. The second bullet. Yeah. What? What did you just say? Yeah, nothing. The second bullet must exist? But where? Someone took it. It seems waiting is not going to produce us any answers from Mr. Wright. Wait, Your Honor. The second bullet, it exists. What? But we've just heard proof that it did not exist. I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping here. It's just someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened. But who? The murderer.
Objection!
The murderer? Then tell us, just who is the murderer? I'm still thinking about that one. So the criminal took the second bullet, but why? First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for that bullet? I'm really grasping here. Taken from the heart. I'm really grasping here. Air in the elevator was oxygen depleted at the time. No clues were found. Defense attorney trapped in elevator returning from a lost trial with his son Miles Edgeworth. One bullet found in the heart. Murder weapon was fired twice. Trapped in elevator with Miles Edgeworth. Memory lost due to oxygen deprivation. After the arrest, fiance committed suicide. We're reaching hard. We're reaching hard. I don't want to know about Mia's boyfriend, please. Don't spoil the games. Of course they were the need. That's why they took it. Wow, what possible reason could they have had? Well, the reason the murderer took the bullet away from the scene with them is... the bullet would be proof? Maybe they thought that the bullet would be used as proof. Proof? It was a special bullet, so they took it with them.
Objection!
If that was the case, then they should have taken the bullet from inside Gregory as well. Huh? Why would they only take one of the 2 shots fired? Oh, right. Mr. Wright, have you really thought this through? I'm going to have to penalize you. Ugh, this isn't going so well. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for the bullet? I'm just gonna save the game real quick. You see, this is kind of one of the reasons why I'm worried about reading Twitch chat and some of the chats. Because some people just come in and like to just post potential spoilers. It's just like, guys, you want to spoil it for everyone? What's your way for being a fan of a series? Trying to spoil it for other people? Like, don't you have anything better to do? It's kind of sad. The murderer didn't need it. Or maybe he did need to find it. Of course there was a need. That's why I took it. What possible reason? Well, the murderer was cautious. Well, the murderer was a very cautious sort, you see. That's why the murderer had to search for that bullet. If that was the case, then they should have taken the bullet from inside Gregory as well. Ah, same logic. This is going so well. Alright. The murderer didn't need it. Why would the murderer have to spend the time to look for the stray bullet? I haven't got a clue. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? The murderer had no reason to take the bullet. You don't want to admit it, but it's true. Had to take it. He had to take it, the murderer. What does that mean? You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken. You can't tell me it was fired twice. That's impossible. You would need a casing with gunpowder. And to put it back in a casing with gunpowder is very difficult. Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what that means. The murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene, but the murderer had to take the bullet. Had to, Mr. Wright? What do you mean? Well, for instance. For instance, what? Maybe the bullet, hit the murderer. The bullet hit the murderer? Just saying for instance. I mean, if it hit you, would you have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there. You know? That is so stupid. Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if that's what really happened? Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murderer themselves was shot. And they're left with the second bullet still inside of them? Thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime? That doesn't make sense. Yes, I guess that's how it would work. But there's a problem with that. The other 2 people rescued from the elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yana Yogi, were both unharmed. So that would mean the murderer came from outside, yes. This is really reaching. This is really reaching. This is really reaching. This is really reaching. The 2 men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside. Wait, but weren't the police trying to get the door open, how would the murderer just walk in there? Because wouldn't there be a whole crew of firemen and policemen trying to get the door open? Wouldn't there be dozens of witnesses at every floor trying to open this thing up? By the way, don't worry guys that I'm trying to mod the Twitch. I'm not going to put my eyes on the Twitch chat because it's gotten a little bit risky there. If you guys on Twitch want to pop over to the YouTube, there's a hyperlink in the bio section, because on YouTube we've got a lot more mods that can take care of any potential spoilers. It seems to be a little risky for me to read the Twitch chat for this game. I don't know why. We play other games and we don't have anyone spoiling, but this one it seems people just have a hard-on for wanting to spoil it. It's kind of shitty. Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. I tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say. I am shocked that they're entertaining this, because wouldn't it, like... Wasn't the power outage what stopped the elevator? If the power came back, wouldn't the door open? But if the door's closed for 4 or 5 hours, wouldn't you have people trying to open the door from the outside? Like, they wouldn't just leave the door. They'd be trying to open it.
Objection!
What are you saying? Deny it. Deny it. No one involved with the incident was wounded. There was no murderer. No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right. I can't think of anyone. Hey, Nick. Huh? I just thought of something really crazy. Crazy? Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday? Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Wow. It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. Wait, are we trying to get... You can't be serious right now. Are you gonna say that Von Karma was the murderer? Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in this many years of prosecuting. What if Von Karma didn't take the vacation because of shock, but took it because he was injured? Dude, how the fuck am I supposed to prove this? Which would mean, it could only mean one thing. He was the murderer in the Dl6 incident. He was the man that shot Gregory Edgeworth. Yeah, it was Von Karma. Oh man. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed. No, Your Honor. Well, you have indicated the possibility that the murder came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect? Oh, should I come out and say it now? Fuck me. Wow, this is gonna be interesting. Say it now. Your Honor, there is a suspect, one lone suspect. Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect? My hands are shaking. What? Von Karma. Von Karma? You mean the Von Karma? The prosecutor? The one standing right over there? You don't object? I see no need. Why, Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Outburst with my objection. Sorry. I see no need. Why honor this ridiculous outburst with my objection? Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason? So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident. Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery, no? Where did I go under the knife, Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify. Ugh. Nick, let's find out who his doctor is. It's no use. Edgeworth? I know Von Kuma, perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave a doctor as a witness. Nobody's that perfect. Yeah, so what, Nick? Did Von Kuma pull the bullet out by himself? That's insane. No, he couldn't have. You can't just pull bullets out of yourself. Batman does it. Wait. What does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere, but where? Test, Mr. Wright. Can you produce evidence to prove that I was shot? Make a noise when metallic objects are near. A useful detection device. Oh, Jesus Christ, you gotta be kidding me. We brought a metal detector. I love that. Alright, Von Kuma, I'll prove it. And I'll even use evidence. I know how you like it so much. What? The evidence that proved Von Kuma was shot is a metal detector. Von Kuma is perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery, leaving an evidence trail. So then I ask, where is that bullet now? I think it unlikely that Von Kuma performed surgery on himself. You don't mean... I do. There is still the possibility that the bullet is inside Von Kuma. Is that even possible for all these years? Well, there's one way to find out. We could use this metal detector. Well, Von Kuma, I'm going to run this over you and see what we find.
Objection!
This is interesting. I refuse. You refuse? What refusing this means? You acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you. Order, order, order. Your Honor, the defense requests to be allowed to use the metal detector.
Objection!
Judge, I call for a suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy.
Objection!
The statute of limitations runs out on this case today. It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now. Enough. I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Kuma, you will submit yourself to testing. Yeah, Nick, what does this mean? I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. This will be interesting. It reacted. Something's inside his right shoulder. So you mean to tell me this man's living with a bullet lodged in his right shoulder for 15 years? You gotta be kidding me. The bullet. How slub is this man? Mr. Von Kuma. You. It was you. I was afraid this would happen. And so I remained silent. Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident. What? I was shot in the shoulder long before the Dl6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to Dl6. But Mr. Von Kuma, can you prove that? Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything. It is Mr. Wright who must prove something here, not I. Mr. Wright? Well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Von Kuma's shoulder was from Dl6? Of course he can't. You don't have any Dl6 evidence. Yes, because you took it out of the records room yesterday. With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright. No. I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma. What? You were close, 1 day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof. What? Who would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the Dl6 incident. And here's my final proof.
Take that!
That's a bullet. Where did you get that? This is the bullet used in the Dl6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely with all the ballistic markings intact. Ballistic markings. You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago. Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. It's quite accurate. We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. We could analyze both bullets. Then if the markings matched, we would know that both bullets had been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol, in other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from the shoulder. Then we'll compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet. And solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma? That scream. I've heard that scream before. Wait, I know. Help, I can't breathe. Quiet, I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. Stop breathing my air. Get away. Get away from my father. Ah! It's that scream I heard in the elevator 15 years ago. Von Karma, it was you who screamed. Kuma, notice when his arms are crossed, his sprite sometimes has his arm twitch, trying to grip his left arm. Interesting. I thought it was just something he does because he's nervous. So it was you. Did he just deny everything? He just said only you would defy me. You and your father are my curse. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Oh. Is he going for an insanity plea due to brain damage? Did his anger cause the earthquake? Wouldn't surprise me. Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record. And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I'll bury you. I'll bury you with my bare hands. "15 years earlier. Chief Prosecutor, I am sorry. Von Karma, it's not like you would make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you. I was careless. I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I've covered for you in the past, but not this time." Edgeworth! He's not mad he fucked up. He's mad no one covered for him. It was a shock like none I had ever known. Me, penalized. It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went out into the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then, there was a noise. I was in pain, a horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then, the lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. So you mean to tell me the elevator started working just as he was there? I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then it was my destiny. In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke through a medium blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Who would have thought another man would have come to open the elevator door? Judge. What? What are you doing? See, he's grabbing, but I didn't think he was grabbing because of the shoulder. Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now, end it. Very well. It appears that we have come to a very long end to this maze. 15 years later. Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. You were innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare. Yes, Your Honor. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty twice in the same day. But what about Von Karma? Are they going to find him guilty? That is all. This court is adjourned. What about Von Karma? Doesn't he get charged and convicted of murder? Nick, we did it! Did you see his face? Von Karma looked even paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. Crushed. I gotta say, I'm impressed. Huh. It was pretty close, though. I was sure we'd had it. I know, I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself. But now it's all just a good memory. Seriously? Wright was just like the best bro that Edgeworth could ever possibly have. So it's finally over, Edgeworth. Right. Yeah? Say thank you. I'm not sure how to say this. I know. Try thank you. I see. Thank you, Wright. You're welcome. I think you could have done better than that. Sorry, I'm not good at this sort of thing. You got a lot to learn, Edgeworth. What? I never thought about it. I guess Von Karma could press charges against Edgeworth for shooting him 15 years ago. Really? That is just some... Oh my god. She's got you there. Whoop! Amazing, pal. You pulled through just like I thought you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. And tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month. But who cares? See, Mr. Edgeworth, you should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you. I see. Whoop! Oh my god. Oh. I feel foolish. Yeah, don't worry. Take it a little at a time. You'll get used to it. It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded. Hey, y'all. How are you not in prison? Yeah, Laura. Y'all were great in that. Thank you. Yo, Edgeworth, congrats. Thank you all very much. I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Which is why you testified against him. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in the cookie jar even if no one was there. You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you? Yeah, well, let bygones be bygones, eh? Speaking of which, what are you doing now? Oh, sorry. Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lotta? Who, me? I went back to college. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick. Really? That's too bad. Huh? Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park? Huh? It's over, Nick. My life is over. Oh, God, what now? Oh, no, she must have just broken up with you. Alright, that's fine. Why the sad face, Larry? What happened now? Oh, Nick, I'm not long for this world. You don't look sick. It's Keon's. She's going to live in Paris. Paris, Nick. She's leaving me behind. Should have seen that one coming. Yo, Edgy, there you are. Yes, here I am. Congrats, Edgy. Here, a little gift from me in celebration. Celebration? That's unusual from you. Harry Butts, you come along tonight too. My treat, pal. Huh? Oh, thanks. Looking forward to it. Yo, Nick. That's the suit that questioned me. When he says treat, that's not police talk for prison food, right? I think you'll be fine, laddie. Right. Yeah, what's up? That envelope that Larry gave me. It's got money in it. Well, yeah, that's not that strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes. It's $38, right? Oh, shit! Huh? What a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. Wait a minute. $38 exactly. Yeah, Nick? Wasn't that exactly the amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school? $38. No. No, Larry, it was you! Why are you so surprised? What are you so surprised about, right? Huh? Larry was absent that day from school, right? But that doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. What? Think back to that day 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came into school anyway. Then he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history. I never was good at history, huh? Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you? I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah, too well. Right, you may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts. I know. Really, Wright? I'm surprised you didn't figure it out. Well, this sure is an unexpected turn of events. Edgeworth. You should have told me. Yeah, now, Nick. It was 15 years ago. Don't you think that the statute of limitations has run out, Mr. Edgeworth? I'd say so, yes. There you have it. Where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did. Well, you would have always been something of an insufferable emotionalist. Yeah, and you two get worked up too easily too. Death! The death sentence for both of you! Go to the gulag! Man, if only I had known I'd become a prosecutor. The same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all. Edgeworth. Want to switch, right? Hey, y'all. Line up. I'll take a photo. Hey, photo time. Let's go. And after that, dinner on me. They're gonna take a photo. It's gonna be a photo. Detective Gunshot took us out to the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom, even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. Wait, but Wouldn't he be out of detention when he was found not guilty? What is this bullcrap? Oh god, please tell me someone else doesn't get murdered in my office. Whoa, I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. Huh? It's still only 5. Maybe I should go back to sleep. Hmm? What's this? A letter? Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, it made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium, in training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth too. I wanted to help you, but I couldn't. I was useless. So I've decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick. Goodbye? What time is it? Ugh, the first trains for the mountains have already left. To the station. This is surprisingly close to how the trains look in Japan. Guess I'm too late. Hey! Nick? Maya? So, you're leaving? Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay?
Hold it!
Did he just object? Wait! Yeah, what? I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help. Huh? On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice. Yeah, you heard my sister? Yes, only her voice, but still. It was at that very end when I thought we'd lost everything. Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Grossberg and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick. But you were the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya. Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a daze. Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped. Evidence? Show Maya some evidence to cheer her up. The parrot? Oh no, she actually grabbed the bullet.
Take that!
A bullet? Von Karma was convinced he had taken all the evidence pertaining to Dl6, but you were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed. This was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma, and you were the one who gave it to me. Nick. Thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you. I'll be back soon. Huh? I'm going to complete my training and come back. Okay, I'll be waiting. Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself. You're hopeless. I don't know about that. So this is it. See you soon, Maya. So, why is Phoenix talking? Oh crap, I'm stuck in the Maya. Shit. Give me 1 sec. Fuck. Oh shit, I'm stuck in a voice again. The last time this happened, I was stuck in the Russian voice for 30 minutes. Wait, give me a sec. wait, I got this. Oh, son of a bitch. Rap. 1 sec, I need some coffee. Ugh. Okay, I'm out. Blech. It sometimes happens. It sometimes happens. It's very rare, but see you soon, Maya. How the hell did that happen? What the hell? Is this a fan pic? Thanks, Nick. Yeah, thanks, Nick. Aww. And So my story ends. Time to turn a new page. And say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins. With the same old crazy cast of characters. Ha! Don't think you've graduated yet, amateur. Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim? Yes, Your Honor. Uh-oh, I've got a bad feeling about this.
Objection!
That's nice. Honestly, the case is the only reason this game can be considered as good as the rest of the series. Talk about a pleasant surprise. Whoop, Detective Gumshoe. What the hell was that? Then he hung his head low and went right back outside. Kind of like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh? This is crazy. I better not let my eyes get off the screen. Huh? Nick? No, I haven't seen him lately. Who, me? I've been working at a cheese shop. That Missy's a nice lady, but she's not exactly what you call a cheap date, huh? Oh, she's in Hawaii right now, yeah. And here's Hotjan. She just said hi and turns around and runs away. It's like, okay. Oh my god, this guy. Who? Right? Yeah, I remember him. He has been busy lately. You know, not to ring my own bell, but I sort of taught him everything he knows. I'm sure he's grateful. What the fuck? Oh god, this guy. Phoenix Wright? Ah, the defense attorney for whom I wrote that affidavit for. Yes. You should know. I've taken over management of Gatewater Hotel. Should you be in the area, please stop by. It's you. Phoenix Wright. Ah, yes. Maya's understudy. Was he not? I wonder how he's doing. Haven't seen him of late. Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see. Why does he keep talking about... I'm so worried. Oh god, her. Phoenix Wright? Is he an actor? Well, I'm not buying it. You can't be a star with a name like Phoenix. Did you know that they... Oh god, no. Oh god, no. Oh god, no. Oh god, this guy. I'm pleased to announce that Pink Princess is a hit. I sure owe that Mr. Wright a great deal. Oh, and keeping my face out of the public eye till the show's over. I wouldn't want to ruin any kid's dreams, you know? He's the Pink Princess? Jesus. Oh my god. God. Which reminds me, Wolf Among Us Part 2 is coming. Oh, this girl. Oh, I got a letter from Maya the other day. It sounds like she caught a cold standing under a waterfall. I wanted to visit, but didn't have time, so I sent her some Pink Princess trading cards. She says she can't buy them where she is. What kind of place is she living at anyway? Oh god, this kid. Right? Who's that? You want to talk? Let's talk Pink Princess, alright? But you know, I snuck into the studio the other day. And I saw her, the one inside the Pink Princess suit. Ah, what a dog. I was kind of a shock for a boy of my tender age. Oh my god. Oh god, I don't actually like her. Yeah, I remember, right? That lawyer guy. Huh, me? I'm in training to become a paranormal photographer. You know that picture I took of everyone? Well, just behind them, there's a ghost. For real. Now that's talent. I'm gonna be famous. Oh god, it's Maya, isn't it? Are they gonna show us the ghost photo? Yeah, it is Maya. Bloody Japanese ghosts. Capcom.
Hold it!
What on earth is this? A brand new episode has been added. Episode 5, Rise from the Ashes. Of course I want to save my progress. Talk about the DLC after this case. It does the... Oh, we've got a knife. What? So yeah, this is the first case in the series that takes advantage of the DS technology. So this is from the DS, so this is not from the Game Boy Advance. So this DLC is from the DS, okay. Kuma, this case was the first case for the DS. Everything else was for Game Boy. Well, Kuma, the Karma case is where the original Japan only Game Boy Advance game ends. They added this for the 2005 DS release. I like it. It seems to be divisive. It is admittedly too long. Ah, yes. I think I recall a lot of people were saying this case would take like 4 or 5 streams, which is why they said it's like too long. And they said it was a meh case, meaning it's not as really good as the other ones. I think I remember talking about this with a bunch of people and we're saying like, well, if it's a very long case and it's not like, yay, it's like, you know what I mean? Especially considering it's a DLC. And especially considering time constraints. Because doing like a month for one case that people say is too long and they go it's meh, I'm a little bit like, meh? It's actually a great case, it's just long. I'm sort of on the fence on this. Oh no, I believe it's canon. Like any DLC, I believe the DLCs are always canons in most games. But what gets me is that everyone says, it's long. You know what I mean? Like when something's really good, people say, yeah, it's amazing. But when people say it's long, especially considering we've done 3 streams for a case, and then they tell me it's long, I'm a little bit like, oh, if 3 is not considered long, is it 5 streams? Is it 6? So that's the thing that sort of gets me. Why not make a community vote? We could. 12-hour streams impossible because after yesterday's 7-hour, well 6-7-hour Nier Automata stream, I had to take a nap. I was exhausted. I propose an idea. Since this stream is 3 hours already and you just started, you could play and see what it's about. I mean, in overall story, it's not very impactful. It's just notable for one character who has an appearance later. Well, being a DLC, it's something that we can always do at a later date. It wouldn't necessarily take away from its value. I mean, the original people that play the Game Boy Advance games wouldn't have seen this, you know, for years. And this is the first one to come out on the DS. So even if it is a DLC, it can be like, if there's enough demand for it, we can always do it at a later date. But what I'm saying is, right now, to dedicate 4 or 5 weeks worth of streaming to it, I'm a little bit hesitant, especially when people say it's long. And we've got games like Final Fantasy VII, Persona 5, Cyberpunk 2077, Hellblade, What else is coming? The Last of Us Part 2 coming out so close. So I'm a little bit hesitant to do it. So maybe let's hold off this case for a little while. Let's hold off this case for a little while, and if the time comes that we decide to get back into Phoenix Wright, we can always do the DLC. It's not like we have to do the DLC before we play Phoenix Wright 2. From what I hear, it's a DLC that was added many years later. So, yeah. So, let's see how it goes. It seems to be very mixed. So, let's take our foot off the gas and see how it goes. Let's see 5 minutes. It's been 2 months since Maya left the office. 2 months without a single try. I've had offers, but none I took. That is, until the day that the girl showed up. February 22, 10:02 a.m. Why do I come here to the office every day? Play it after the trilogy, then play the case, and then play number 4. So this one happens before number 4. That gives us options. It's the DLC that you need to go before number 4. That gives us options. That gives us plenty of options. There you are, finally. Where have you been? Well, this is random as all hell. My sister's trial is tomorrow. Who are you? It doesn't matter who I am. It only matters who you are. The famous defense attorney, Maya Fey. Do I look like a chick to you? Oh, you're not Maya Fey, are you? I'm sorry, Miss Maya Fey no longer works here. So you are the coffee boy? I'm Phoenix Wright, the defense attorney. Right. Wait. You're the Phoenix Wright? The Phoenix Wright from the Edgeworth murder case? Yes, that's correct. It wasn't Edgeworth who was the murderer, though. That's a relief, then. You're better than nobody. I like this. They go from Maya Fey, the famous defense attorney, to, well, you're better than nobody. Like, what are the standards here? 4 legs and a pulse and you're good to go? I'm sorry, I'm afraid I'm not taking cases right now. But you are Phoenix Wright, right? The undefeated defense attorney. Look, I'm not accepting any new cases. I'm sorry, but you'll have to try elsewhere. Please. I'm out of time. But, please, you have to help. It's my sister. Oh, God. Maya, could it be? There's no way that's Maya. Okay, I'll hear you out. Really? Thank you so much. My name's Emma. Emma Sky. I'm a scientific investigator. Scientific investigator? Let's hear about the case. So what's this about the case? You said the trial's tomorrow. My sister didn't do it. She wouldn't stab someone with a knife. She wouldn't. So it's a murder case. I don't care if there's a witness who saw her do it. She didn't do it. I know she didn't do it. It's a scientific fact. And there is a witness. Just talk to her. You have to talk to her. Right, I suppose I will. I promised her I'd bring Maya Fey, but that's interesting. How would she know Maya? Let's go really quickly to the detention center. Well, of course, an LP is edited. You have to cut out a lot of your thinking time. Whereas my thinking is like right here. What? I wonder what's wrong with Emma. She's got quiet all of a sudden as soon as we arrived. God, I thought I told you I didn't want visitors. Sorry, ma'am. It's just your sister. No excuses. Or did you not want a raise this year, Understood, ma'am. What was all that about? What in the fuck? Hi, Lana. Funny. I seem to remember specifically telling you not to come here. Perhaps my memory is failing. Look, I didn't want to come here either, okay? But your trial's tomorrow and you still don't have a defense attorney. I'll be the one in court tomorrow. This has nothing to do with you, Emma. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Here, how do you know me? Maya mentioned you. I've heard quite a bit. I'm sorry, what exactly is it that you do? My name is Lana Sky. I'm chief prosecutor for this district. Oh, great. We seem to have a pattern of protecting prosecutors. You're a prosecutor? What is this all about? 2 sisters, 1 lawyer. Could this be a coincidence? Oh my god! You know what? I'm not going to make a comment about what I just said. That was very bad. I mean, they're just like... Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Lana Sky? I don't get that one. But I get the whole 2 sisters, 1... That's so bad. I was too young for that joke back then. There's something you should know from the start. Bitches. The suspect in this case has confessed to the crime. Huh? Wait, but the suspect is... me. I didn't. Well, Mr. Wright? Well, why don't you begin by telling me exactly what happened? The crime took place yesterday, 5:15. That's quite specific. I was in a witness's deposition. A witness clearly saw me committing the crime. Oh, my, that was a bit of bad luck, wasn't it? The crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. The prosecutor's office, huh? In your subordinate's truck. Classy. Really? Alright, Phoenix is just making the jokes for me. I was arrested on the spot, caught red-handed as it were. Well, that's just great. So who was the victim? An investigation with the police department. I suppose the correct term is detective. A detective. Death was due to a loss of blood. He was stabbed once in the stomach. By you? Death wasn't immediate, but the wound was fatal. I see. Allow me to repeat myself, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective. You know what that means, don't you? What, Mr. Wright? What does it mean? Well, it means the police department will consider it a matter of pride to have me found guilty. They will use any means at their disposal to do so. This gets worse and worse with everything I hear. So you're the chief prosecutor. That is correct. I'm responsible for overseeing every trial handled by prosecutors in this district. I make sure the prosecutors have what they need to do the job and manage every aspect. Those are my responsibilities in a nutshell. That's awfully a large nutshell. Still, I'm a little surprised. I would think you'd recognize the district's chief prosecutor, Mr. Wright. Huh? In fact, it seems impossible you wouldn't. What's going on here? What's going on here? What the hell is going on here? Lana? What happened to your hand? Oh, this? I cut myself by accident. When I stabbed him, that is. I'm not very good at being a criminal, I suppose. How am I supposed to defend this? Time to change the subject. Wait, was she in the class ahead of Maya, wasn't she? Relation to Maya. You were in the school with Maya, correct? A few years above her. Emma told you that too, did she? Well, why not? I did drag him all the way from his office. Although it seems he has very little in common with Maya. Here! It was in law school. I was my 3rd year and she was auditing the class. She was different than the other students. Different? She was strong. She'd do anything to become a defense attorney. Anything. That was probably why she was attracted to me. Come again? Excuse me? Intellectually attracted. Lana was top of her class in school. Ah. I was the best there was. Oh. I'm doing pretty good in school too, by the way. It sounds a bit different when Enma says it. Well, Mr. Wright? Excuse me? As you can plainly see, I am admitting my guilt. I think it's safe to say there's no way you can take this case. None. But Lana. Why? Why are you doing this to me? You never think of anyone but yourself. I know you didn't do it, Lana, I know. So, how can you say you did? If I lose you, I'll be all alone. I hate you, Lana. Mr. Wright? Yes? I believe our discussion here is ended. The rest, I leave to you. You mean you're requesting my services as your defense? Don't lose any sleep over it. Your client has confessed after all. The case is over. Alright, I'll do what I can to get to the bottom of this. Lana has confessed to the crime, yes? But something doesn't fit. It's that look in Enma's eyes. There's something else going on here, and I'm going to find out what. Wow. Phoenix has a sister complex or something, but he doesn't have a sister. So, our next client has already confessed to the murder and says she did it. Like, what? 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 Like, what? So they have a witness saying she did it. She's confessed that she did it. From what they are describing, I can't be surprised that this is long, even disadvantaged from before, but I don't think she even wants a defense. It's just insane. It's just insane. This one's just insanity. The other one was like, Miles Edgeworth. No, you wouldn't. But this one's just like, oh yeah, I did it. It's like, oh, then why am I here? And the fact that they're twins, it's like, are they going to go with the twin route of the twins did it, or that the other twin did it, or that this sister did it, or that this sister is saying she did it to protect the other sister? Like, it opens up a doorway to so many things. Did she do it? And so her big sister's saying she did it? Or does the big sister think the little sister did it? So she's covering for who she thinks is the little sister, but in fact it's someone that looks similar to her. It's like, this could go freaking anywhere. Honestly. But that being said, I think I'm going to take the foot off the accelerator on this one. You guys have mentioned that this needs to be played before Phoenix Wright 4. And I think that's good, because if we do this DLC now, we'll no doubtedly forget about it before then. So I think it's best to leave this DLC until a little bit later, until we've made it more into the series, and focus our time on getting those games done with new releases coming in 2020. And I forgot a few. We've got The Walking Dead, which we got to complete. We also got to do Hive Swap Friend Sim before Hive Swapped Act 2 comes out. We got to finish off Resident Evil 2 before Resident Evil 3 comes out. Last of Us, we just got to wait. Cyberpunk 2077, we just got to wait. Final Fantasy 7, we just got to wait. So we've got a few games lined up that we need to, get done soon before the new releases come out. And this DLC is perfect for just before Phoenix Wright 4. So, well, this DLC happens in between 1 and 2, so it's best to remember that. I'm sure you guys will remind me. I'm sure you guys will remind me. All right, so guys, thanks for coming. I did not expect Von Karma to be the Dl6 murderer. I thought the Dl6 incident would be the motive for the murder with the guy in the shack, but that was just the smoke screen, and they changed it to Von Karma being the murderer. What gets me is that Von Karma took Edgeworth under his wing, knowing full well that he killed his father. Did he take him under his wing just to get him convicted of the murder later? Like, what's that all about? There's definitely some history there that I think at some point will come out in future games, because it's just a very odd thing. Very odd thing. This world's crazy. This world's crazy. This world's crazy. So thanks for coming, guys. We're wrapping it up here. It's been 3.5 hours, so we're up to our usual 4-hour meme time. We did do some reactions last week, so I still have to edit those out. Unfortunately, computer's getting a few blue screens of death when I am exporting, so I'm having a few issues exporting stuff, but I will upload them at some point. This weekend was awesome. We wrapped up Nier Automata. We wrapped up Phoenix Wright #1. We're going to start 2 fresh games. Well, not 2 fresh games, but we're going to continue 2 games next week. 2020 is going to be an interesting year. So thanks for being awesome. Thanks for turning up so early in the morning. It's early morning for me. It's probably midday for you guys and probably Saturday. But I appreciate you guys turning up. Let's try to keep the spoilers under control. For the most part, everyone in the community is really good. Some of the newer people, just please, no spoilers about anything that happens in the future. We're trying to enjoy this blind. So we're getting more and more people turning up to streams, which is awesome. We're having a lot more fun with it. The jokes are definitely getting better. They're definitely getting more adults. Like, some of these jokes here will just fly over the heads of kids. Resident Evil 2, I'll figure out what the next one is, apart from Resident Evil 2. So I will schedule those live streams and I will announce it on Discord. So if you aren't already on the Discord, get on the Discord. The link is in the description. If you haven't discovered the reaction channel, go to Ninja Kuma Reacts. There's a lot of anime bridged reactions there. If you guys want copies of the unedited videos, like the ones without the sound removed, without the copyright edits, just head over to the Patreon. I've been bulk uploading Dragon Ball Z abridged, Bleach S abridged, Tokyo Ghoul abridged, Akame ga Kill abridged, Ghost Stories. I'm uploading everything there. But on YouTube, it's a little bit chaotic. Sometimes I have to edit out parts of the video to make it on the platform. So we're going to do what we got to do. But yeah, thanks for being awesome, guys. I'll see you guys next week with the next 2 games. And in the meantime, I'll be chilling in the Discord during the week. So till then, Ninja Kuma out. Bye.